And I just got an email from some of the folks back home, and they're wanting us to kind of highlight some of the stories, some of the things that have been happening, just as a way to encourage the church family of what's been happening during these COVID days. And so I wanted to call you and get some of your ideas, include you in this brainstorming process.
Well, my first thought is our friend who shared the gospel online and had someone who spoke a different language respond. And we just happened to have a worker in the city who spoke that language that she connected him with. And the guy's in a totally different country.
Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten that story. Do you remember the details about the story with Mahdi, those 6 Afghans that he was meeting with, sharing the gospel with? He wound up baptizing a number of them.
Yeah. And now they're meeting.
Yeah,
for Bible study.
They're doing discipleship study. Yeah, I need to get more details about that story.
Okay, but also don't forget about the Healing the Wounds of Trauma training that we were able to do for Afghan ladies who have been severely traumatized on the refugee journey, and how the whole community of believing workers are now working together to help these ladies work through. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, that's a great story, and how that's been working out in the community. You remember the story about the Iranian that his father passed away right as COVID was lockdowns and things were really beginning to happen? He was sharing with us about how he, in a phone call, I believe it was, he shared
over a loudspeaker
with the village as they were gathered at his dad's funeral. Yeah, it's been really, there's so many stories that we could share.
Okay, but let's not forget that right now there are 20 Farsi-speaking women being trained in how to do ministry, sharing their testimony, discerning the will of God, and they're doing amazing things right now.
Yeah, absolutely. What was that one guy's name? You remember one of our teammates was meeting with that Iranian believer, and he was spending like 3 hours a day studying the book of John with the guy before he smuggled to another European country?
Well, that's kind of an overall result of COVID and limited numbers. We've been able to meet with smaller groups more intensely, and we've seen a lot of results out of that, including people going outside the building to meet with people, share the gospel.
That's really true. And in those opportunities, there have been seekers, there have been people engaged in parks. We've got
there's 3 seekers groups, new groups meeting right now from those park visits.
Yeah, it's such an incredible thing. I'm thinking,
I've also been really encouraged by, even though we don't have volunteer teams and we haven't in 2020, that those churches are staying connected with us.
It's been a really unique season. It's been really encouraging just to see how the Lord's worked through all of these different events. COVID definitely has changed some of the things that we've been doing, but it's not slowed down the spread of the gospel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep thinking about this. If there's other stories, if there's anything else that comes to mind, let me know. But I wanted to be able to share with our church family just some of the things and try to figure out how we pinpoint something to encourage them with.
Yeah.